Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Julie with Zentegration.com. We are venturing into number 11 on how
We're almost there. Number 11. Sorry.
in the art of being a Zentologist. So the previous 10 I'm going to run through real quick, and we highly recommend that if this is the first time you've seen us, to go back and listen to the first 10 modules that we've gone through, because this one definitely will make no sense to you. We build each module builds on the other, and there's more clarity as we go through the path. So the first module we had covered was sacred pace, which is slowing down so you can really embrace life. Then we go into grounding and living in your body, and there's a lot of people on this earth who do not. So it's a practice that's a development. It takes a little bit of time to develop. Present moment comes next at number 3, and present moment is especially important when we're being with others. Number 4 is clarity. 5 is open to innovation and creation. And these first 5 really cover the what I call more of the thinking stuff, the mental stuff. Now we're going to venture more into the heart language. And number 6 is about the emergence of you, the true you. Number 7 is being mysterious and seeing what happens when you get to that space within. Number 8 is freedom, breaking free from the norm and from the expected. Number 9 was spaces between spaces. Number 10 was all about being bold in your conscious choices. And number 11, we are covering compassion makes way. And so compassion is an interesting topic. It seems like it's easy, but really when you look at the description of, or even the studies, especially in Buddhism, but the different entities like Kuan Yin and Buddha and Shiva and Jesus, and they talk about compassion, you realize the level of compassion, the level of love you need to have for humanity in order to really feel compassion for others and not take it personally. It takes a lot of letting go of all the old paradigms and old belief systems to really truly be able to embrace somebody and love them for who they are, where they are right in that moment. And to me, that's what compassion is. When you can truly be yourself and allow them to be themselves, and as if you're in a teaching position or a guidance position, to really allow them to step in their own power also and not do things for them. Let them make their boo-boos, let them make their mistakes, let them journey into life, and just let them know that you're going to love them when they come out on the other side.
Julie, the thing that I want to make sure we don't forget, and this is probably the number one mistake I know I make, is I'm a very compassionate person. I'm very much of a giving person, and it's very easy to be outside of your body and look at the world and feel compassion for the world. I think we often forget that you cannot do that kind of work and healing unless you really heal yourself and work through yourself. So be compassionate, save some of that space for yourself, because being compassionate to your needs, to your core, and what is your essence, and understand that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be in a place where you are actually the creator and you are also not perfect. And be compassionate with yourself and be patient with yourself in the context of being compassionate with the world. Start with yourself, I think, and that's important as well. So compassion seems like it's an outward thing, but it's very much also an inward thing, and I want to make sure the audience doesn't miss that.
Yeah, and what compassion does, it's an intuitive knowing within that tells you what you can make different choices on and what you can't, what's realistic and what isn't realistic, and it's a process. When you're looking at for instance, if you're doing something for yourself, you can be compassionate with yourself, and you have a vision, and this is where you are at A, and the vision's at B. You don't know in that moment what is really in between A and B. It looks like it's just one step, but once you actually make the first step, then you'll actually have the rest of the steps be revealed to you. So be a little compassionate with yourself and not get fixed in thinking that you already know it, because
there's no way you know all the steps.
There's no way you're going to know. And the fastest and best way to get to point B is to be in the moment, which is being present moment. It's being clear. It's being creative. It's being mysterious.
Trusting.
It's all those points that we've already talked about and how we develop. Then you can really go into this compassionate space. And so it's a journey. It's a journey, and it's a journey with compassion. It's a journey without judgment. So it's one of my favorite components of the whole program. Actually, is to just watch ourselves and our clients get to this space, even if it's just for a moment.
So something that I have struggled with in my journey, and it has taken languaging reset for me that has helped, and certainly, Julie, you have helped me in a great way to do this, is I was always, I felt like I wanted to help the world and change the world. And it took me, and I'm still in that process of, changing my languaging, that it's not about changing other people because their situation may be bad. You feel compassion for them and you want to impose on them your life experience and all the things that you want to, give them and help them. And actually what you're doing is you're putting your impressions and your judgments on them. Mm-hmm. And being compassionate in that what they're going through and what their life experiences are is their journey, and be okay with the fact that this is their journey, and it is divine. Direction that allows them to be where they are, mm-hmm. and be compassionate about that, because it's not about you. It's not about your views and wanting to change it. We all want to change the world. We want to make a difference, but it's really be an example for them to be able to see how you live your life. And really, this goes back to, you need to be compassionate with yourself first, and that, they say, patient, I forget the actual terminology, it's you got to heal yourself before you can heal other people. So if you go inwards and do this work for yourself first, it actually will then reflect in the people that you want to change, but you will change them indirectly by allowing them the space for them to grow, but be compassionate that their journey is their journey. Mm-hmm. And their life and where they're going in the struggle is really theirs. It's not yours. And I think in the last three of these modules, we talk about not latching onto other people's issues. It's the examples of the trees going by when you're driving down the road. Those are awarenesses that you accept them. You be compassionate about the situation. If it's not something that is aligned to where you think the value systems are, let it go. Just let it go past, and be compassionate with yourself, and then let, through example, others see and journey with you in this process, and they'll come forward when they're ready. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, and then the thing that's interesting that came up is the outside of all of that is, if you see somebody who needs critical care, don't sit back and just watch them damage themselves. Make sure they get the help they need. Absolutely.
There's absolute need in this world for what I call triage and critical care for people who are not in a place where they can be compassionate in the fact that there are systems in allopathic medical systems that will help, if it's medical or psychological or whatever, or emotional. So there's and that includes spousal abuse and all the things that relate to this. So don't step back and be just say, well, this is what they're asked for. That's not what this is about. This is about empowering yourself so you can be in a place to help them in the best way possible.
Correct. And you may not be the resource. So that's also just as critical. You're not a savior.
The hero. We should go to archetypes for heroes.
Yeah. So we're not the savior, you're not the hero. So keep that in mind. This isn't about satisfying the ego. It's really being present with yourself and let that guide you. So with that, Tim, I think we are good.
We're good.
And we are ready to venture on to number 12, which will be fearlessness. And so go back, make sure you see all the modules up to where we are right now to get yourself acquainted. Zentegration Core is available for you to take a look at. We've designed this program so it does all the core work. It gets you to start peeling off the layers. And it's available in a couple different formats, so take a look and see what fits you. We've made it very, very affordable for everybody. We really just want to reach as many people as possible. Mm-hmm. And that's been our whole mission with this. I personally would like to see us reach 1 million plus people with that program, so that there's a place for you to start. It's really that place for you to start. So.
And I think the key word is for you to start. because this program and a lot of programs like this are out there. The question is, what do you want to do with it? And this is your first step, your space within the moments to act on. So I encourage you to comment with us, give us some feedback on what you're interested. What are the things that are your conscious choices in terms of moving forward. And we will be happy to both not only comment, but also incorporate your thoughts into some of the exercises that we'll be doing in our program. So thank you very much for being with us. Anything else, Julie?
That's it.
Beautiful. So thank you very much. And this is Tim and Julie from Zentologist.com. Thank you for being with us.